Hey, what up guys? This is Ryan with Brainstorm. So dividing exponents is pretty similar to multiplying exponents, like kind of in principle. And it's this, right? And so again, it's like, okay, well, the first thing about dividing exponents or multiplying is the base has to match. So this is 5 to the something divided by 5 to something. So check, we're cool, the bases do match, right? And then, well, what do I do here? So the first time I'm going to show you how to do this the long way, and then we'll show you the kind of the cool way, the trick way to do it. And so 5 to the 7th divided by 5, I'll just do that. Isn't this 5 to the 7th? Isn't that just 5 times itself 7 times? So it would look like this. 1, 2, so 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 5. So there's 7. 5 to the 7th is that. 5 times itself 7 times. Divided by, now I can put a number down here. 5 to the 3rd, isn't that 5 times 5 times 5, right? And there's no more. And so the reason this works is you can see that if you remember division, anything on top and bottom that matches can cancel itself. So this 5 cancels this 5, this one cancels this one, and this one cancels this one. And what am I left with? On top, I'm left with 4 of them. So I'm left with 5 to the 4. And so that's visually what's going on. And that's kind of like, you know, the math behind it. But now you can probably tell what I'm going to tell you. The shortcut is, one way to do it is to, yes, write all of these on top, all of these on bottom, and cancel them out. Or if the bases match, you write the base again. And for division, you write the top, the first guy, minus the second guy. So if this is 5 to 7 divided by 5 to the 3rd, it's 5 to the 7 minus 3rd, or 5 to the 4th, which is what we got the long way. So remember, in multiplication, we added the exponents. Well, in division, we're going to subtract the exponents. Pretty easy. All right, so let me give a quiz, and I'll try to see if I can make a bunch of weird ones to make it tricky, but it's a pretty easy topic. Okay, and so here's 4 to get started. And really, you know, again, first thing, obviously, you want to make sure the bases match, which they probably do because I made the quiz, right? So this would be, we're dividing 10 to the 3rd divided by 10 squared. All you're going to do is the base stays the same, and you're going to subtract these, right? So now 3 minus 2 is 1, so this comes out to 10 to the 1, or, of course, anything to the 1 is just 10. All right? Pretty easy. What about this one? This would be 5 to the 6 minus 2, because again, it's division, it becomes subtraction, and that's 5 to the 4th, easy. All right, what about this one? That was a weird little square. Okay, here we are with the negative now, and now you're like annoyed because you're like, man, this guy, you know, he like does these lessons, man, and he never even covered a negative, so how am I supposed to do this? Don't think it's the same rule. If you have a base to an exponent divided by the same base to an exponent, remember you subtract them, so it's 2 to the negative 3 minus 5. That is totally allowed, right? We have this guy minus this guy. Who cares if it looks weird? So now I have 2 to the what? Negative 3 minus 5 is a negative 8. That is your answer. And of course, later you'll probably flip that to 1 over 2 to the positive 8, but we won't do that right now. All right, look at this one. This one, phew, back to normal. This would be 4 to the 7 minus 3. So that one is 4 to the 4. All right, I'll give you a couple more, but I think you're getting it. Just don't panic if there's negatives. Just deal with it, and it's totally mellow. All right, so look at these ones. So this one, so it's 4 to the, without thinking too hard, him minus him, 9 minus a negative 2. What happens when you have a minus? Don't forget, 9 minus a negative 2, or minus a minus becomes a plus. So this becomes 4 to the 9 plus 2, so the answer would be 4 to the 11. Tricky. All right, look at this one. No big deal. 6 to 7, it's division. The bases match, so it's 6 to the 7 minus 6, him minus him. So that just becomes 6 to the 1, or 6, and we're done. So yes, dividing exponents is as easy as multiplying exponents. Just instead of adding the exponents, you're going to subtract them. Pretty good. All right, you guys, good luck.